Okay guys, I'm going to go to Ask Scruff in the Traders Clinic and see if there's anything in there. So let's fire up the screens, roll the intro, and we'll get into this. And a warm welcome to one and all. So let's grab our coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. And we'll get into this. So it's a little salute to Jack, because I did notice it before I came into it. But let's flick this over and I'll show you where it's at. So in here, the accountant. They do wind me up all the time. I've been out to see the accountant today. And I went here. It was a Star Wars themed restaurant that he takes me to, because he knows I'm a big kid and I love all of this. And I meet him once a quarter. Anyway, and the guys are taking the mickey. And there's obviously my Star Wars figures. I love collecting these. First 6. Working my way back through them. Anyway, cut long story short. See, why would I show you that? Because we're all in this together, to be honest. And they do take the mickey. Because we talk to each other. It's a friendly, lovely community to be part of. And everybody's an open book. They talk to each other all the time. In the coffee lounge, as you say, we take the mickey. And in the rest of them, they talk trades. But they do come down in here quite a lot. Ask Scruff. This is where they'll post a question. And if I've already done it, a little bit like these ones here for Casper, a little salute to you. Without me going through it again, I can just point them to where the Scruff. There's 52 modules and growing there. I'm toying with putting them on my website because one thing I've noticed is there's a lot of people, they can't access the Discord because of restrictions with YouTube. So if that's you, drop it in the comments. If it's something you would like to see, I might be able to get a workaround where I can get you into the community and I'll put the modules on a website instead of holding them in YouTube. I don't know. I'll see what the response is. Anyway, let's get down to what's going on here. So, Jack. I know we talk about timed exits. Yes, you do. You can do that quite easily. We've discussed it many times. But he's wondering ideally how long a day trade should last. Being in a day trade lasts 3 minutes. Being in a day trade lasts 8 hours. Obviously, swing trades takes as long as it takes. But is there anything specifically on day trading? Right. That's the question, isn't it? Well, if you looked at a chart, doesn't matter what your chart is, but if you're looking at a chart and you've got it all nicely lined out, and you want to go from said level to said level. Let's see if we can find an example here. Right, there we go. So there's a question of it's broke. So am I going to go long or short? Well, we're going short because the general consensus is it's short, it's broken a key level, and I'm going to target this level. Right. Well, how long does that take? The answer is, how long is a piece of string? In this case, if we look at it, if I take a measuring tool from the first breaking candle, so you would have entered on that candle, and this big long one here would have got you out of that trade. It would have lasted 2 hours and 5 minutes if you were targeting here. Okay. What if I was going to do a scalp? And I only wanted, say, 10 pips. Okay. So we'll find out where 10 pips is on the break of this line. So 10 pips up is there. So we need to get it to this line. There's the break of the candle, or the level that you're going to have your order on, rather. And it would have triggered probably this one here with that pork, but definitely this one. So again, get your little measuring tool out, and we see where it broke the line. Take your measuring tool. So we assume it's that candle, and it definitely would have triggered off on that one. That one took 50 minutes. Two similar setups, two different targets and criteria, but took different times. Now if we go back in time again, and let's have a look. Here's a similar situation, so we'll get rid of this one. Again, you're going to have a pending order on here to get out here. So where would it have triggered? Well, here at the outset, so if it triggered there, don't worry guys, I'm not going to just do this all the way through the video. And you would have probably at worst get triggered there. That's 5 hours. So, what's that told you? Different market conditions give different answers. Now, there is something in it that might help you, because it depends on how fast the market is, but also depends on what time of day it is. If you're coming into market sort of in the throng of things of London session, say about 9 o'clock in the morning, your trade for 10 pips is relatively quick and it can be done and dusted in minutes. If you were, say, coming into the same trade and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock at night, it might take 2 or 3 hours. It's just because all of the orders and the money flow slows down a little bit. It's also market specific as well. If you've got a relatively slow market, like euro pound, it could take all day just to get 10 pips. But something like the DAX will do it in about 5 minutes. So there isn't any real answer to how long is a day trade. The first thing is you have to plan out what type of market it is. Is it slow? Well, if it's slow, it's going to take 4, maybe 8 hours, 2 4-hour candle closes. If it's a fast market, it might take 2 hourly candle closes. Now, those two time frames are what's called anchors. A fast market is normally about an hour, so you really want to see what's going on within 2 candle lengths. If it's within 2 candle lengths, you should be there or thereabouts. If it's not, you're looking at the time of day to see if it's just a slow time of the day. When it's a very slow market, the anchors are 4 hour, because it doesn't move very fast anyway, so it takes ages to play out. Again, 2, so that's like 8 hours. Now, once you've got your 2 candle closes off your anchor, if the market isn't doing what you've sort of planned, you may be wrong, or you've just entered at a terrible price. So that's kind of why I say to you, look at the top of the hour and ask binary questions. Is it ready, yes or no? Well, sometimes you take you put your order in when it's sort of somewhere in the middle, and then you've got to wait for it to come into play. Whereas if it's already in play, because intraday by definition is under 24 hours, but you want to be in and out the markets relatively quick. You might wait an hour or two, and then the trade takes an hour. How many times have you seen me go to market and I'm only in it an hour or so, maybe it's an hour and a half at best, but the waiting took ages. So there's no real thick and fast answer, Jack. It's really common sense. If the market's moving for you and you've got a relatively low target, 10, 20 pips, within a couple of candles. But a way to do it is put your ATR on an hourly candle. It'll tell you how far it's going to move roughly in the hour. And then you can work it out. So if the ATR hourly is 10 pips and you've got a 40 pip target, well, it's going to take you 4 hours. That's a quick rule of thumb. But I don't know. It's an interesting question. And the answer's a bit wishy-washy because it genuinely is. How long is a piece of string? There's many factors come into it. Could time a news event perfectly right. There could be a news event that comes out the blue. because we have the new news events, the likes of Twitter, where Elon Musk can put a tweet out and actually move a market, but you won't see it coming. And if you're on the right side of it, you can be in and out of your trade in seconds. Just a thought. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.